welcome to Red Art. First things first, subscribe to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make these really cute magazine beads. They're relatively easy to make, and also the better you get at them, the nicer and the more detailed you can make them. But this is just a very simple how-to so that you can make them this summer with the kids and have a go at this really classic traditional kids craft. As you can see here, I've got some pink ones, some blue ones, some purple ones, and these are all made from old magazines. Now we've just had the recycling in our house, which means I sillily gave away all the magazines that I could have used to show you how to make these beads. So I'm going to show you how to make them with normal paper, but obviously magazines, brilliant. Also use newspaper or whatever you can find, and then string them up. Look at this one, this is a nice long orange one, and then you can make nice bracelets and necklaces and similar things. Now they also look quite nice on frames. Okay, so let's get started. You will need some magazines or paper. This is not scrap paper, but leftover paper, a straw or a toothpick, depending on how good you are. So I think smaller children will need the straw, older children can use a toothpick, and some PVA glue. So I'm going to stick that over here. So the first thing you need to do is you need to take your paper. Now this is a relatively straight edge. You do not want a straight edge. You actually need to do a long, thin triangle. So I'm going to get rid of this one, because what you want is you want a triangle where the tip is more or less in the middle at the other end. And so that's one. And then this way you've got the tip for the next one, like that. So you can basically cut several strips per go. You see that? And then here's the next strip. And as you can see, it's not too neat. Obviously, like I said, if you really get into making paper beads, the neater you do it, the better. But it's also fun, quite rough. Now, I want to point out two things. I would like to point out, firstly, this bottom edge here will determine how wide your bead is, and the length will determine how thick your bead is. So it's really about experimenting what works for you. And now I'll show you how easy it is to make them. Now, like I said, you can use toothpicks or a straw. We shall use a straw today, mainly because that's easier. Now, there's two ways to do the straw. One is you actually stick your piece of paper on the straw and wrap it around, and then your straw becomes part of your bead. That could be easier for younger children. Or, like us, we're just going to add it to the bottom and then wrap around like this. By the way, I do excuse my fingers. They're a bit blue and pink and yellow today because I was playing with food colouring. That does happen, doesn't it? Wrap it around as tight as you can, like so. Then you get a bit of your glue. Where's my glue stick? My glue is basically, it's easier to get it out. Might want it handy. And then you dab a little bit of glue there, just like that. Then you press that down. You can always rub a bit of glue around it, and you let that dry. Here we go. And that is it. Can you believe it? That is how easy it is to do a paper bead, and you can slide it off. I'm going to do another one just to show you. So you've got your triangle. Place it at the bottom. Wrap it round. Like so. Keep wrapping, keep wrapping, keep wrapping. Like so. Get a bit of glue. Plonk it at the bottom. It's alright if it spreads across the other sections, because actually I'll just keep the bead more in place. Try not to get it on the straw, otherwise you'll glue your bead to your straw. And there you have your second finished bead. Now remember, the two things to remember. The width of your triangle will determine the width of your bead. The length will determine the thickness. And then also, when you're cutting out magazines, you can find pink pages to make pink beads, purple pages. I mean, these were really ordinary magazines. There's nothing special about them. I think that might have been a picture of a little garden or something. And it's just remembering what sort of colours you can bring together, and then you can sort them by colour as well. So just because a magazine beads made from magazines with lots of colours in it doesn't mean that you can't have a colour scheme. And that is it. So I'd like you to subscribe to Red Art today. I hope you do make your own magazine beads, because they are lovely and fun to do, and will keep the children busy this summer. Anyway, hope to see you here again soon. Bye bye.